And here we go. Today's bullshit comment comes from Roy. He says the other woman, Beach Mom, was built like a man. That's why, obviously, she never breastfed. She probably had a 0 cup. Today's topic is basically going to be an introduction of why I want to start this show to begin with. Recently, this summer, I had taken all 3 of my kids to the beach in Westport, Connecticut, Campo Beach. Beautiful beach, pristine beach. My daughter had taken me there the week before. I fell in love with it. There weren't too many waves, which if anybody who knows me knows that I freak out if my kids are gonna drown. But anyway, they're not gonna drown because there's no waves. So initially arriving, we get out onto the sand and myself and my son are setting up the umbrella, the chairs, and I notice in front of me, about maybe 10 feet away, a much younger woman with a much older man. And not that that matters, because really, who am I to say? It did catch my eye, especially because off the get-go, he had walked away from her and she walked into the beach and basically fell over, almost hit her head on a rock, drowned, came back out, body flopped onto her towel so much so that you heard the thump. I mean, my kids were like, what the fuck? Of course they didn't say that. But anyway, so we're sitting there, and as a concerned parent, I mean, I'm a mother, I have children with me, and I, just watched the situation. I'm also concerned for the girl because she was young with this much older man, and just the way he was touching her and things like that, it seemed like he was kind of groping her weirdly, oddly, whatever. I was just watching out of the corner of my eye. I didn't approach because in your head, you go through, should I do this? Should I not approach? Should I approach? Is it really any of my business? So I sat back, but an hour into it, I noticed that her top had been removed. Not that she removed her top, but that her top had been removed. So I asked my daughter, is this a nude beach, whatever. She says, no, Mom. So I said, being that the man was there and awkwardly touching her, and, I approached it. Again, not because, the authorities and the news people wanted to say that I approached her because she was nude sunbathing, because I couldn't care less. But I didn't know if he was taking advantage of her, what was going on. So I walked over and I had said, would you mind putting your top back on? At that point, the 2 of them, 60-something-year-old adult, who you would think would have some common sense in his head, but absolutely none, would turn around and start talking to me, saying things to me. She was saying things to me, which I understood she was saying things because she was drunk. But anyway, I said, just put your top back on. I went back to my blanket. She took off her top again. I got up, I got the lifeguard. As I was getting the lifeguard, the 60-something-year-old man, which the news and the police wanted to leave out of the whole situation, approached my children without me even being there. So he approached my kids, and at that point I'm just like, how dare you? I'm screaming down the beach, how do you approach my kids with me not there? They left that all out of the story, conveniently. So anyway, I go back to the blanket, and as I go back to the blanket, they're packing up. At that point, she turns to me and she says, where are your kids? But it was more like, where are your kids? Because she was drunk off her ass. And I just looked at her, and she proceeds to take down her bottoms and bend over, showing her vagina, not her buttocks, news station, not her buttocks, showing her vagina to my children. And at this point, I called the police because now I have a real issue. So when they were putting out the statement that I called because I seen a girl, young girl, just sunbathing her bare breasts. This is not why I called. And I was ripped apart on Facebook that, oh, I should just mind my own business. She was just tanning her boobs. That is not the story. That's not how the story unfolded. And so basically the whole point in this whole thing is I just wanted the real story, the real truth out there. And this prompted me to be able to start my show of debating. I want to debate different subjects with this show. And And so next week's topic is, should women bare their breasts in public? Thanks for watching my rant. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna do more videos like this, and I'd like to debate on more topics. Feel free to leave comments and to leave topics that you want to talk about, that you want to see me debate on. And that's all I have to say about that.